Welcome to Mr. Lisp in Progress. I am your host, Mr. Lisp, and today we're talking about FOMO. 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 Fear of missing out. And many of you probably ask, what is that? Like, where did this even stem from? Fear of missing out. But to be fair, when I look back on it and I've realized FOMO's been something that's been going on for years and will continue to go on for years because we're humans and we all have that trait of feeling like we need to be part of something, even though we know we don't really belong there, but we don't want to not be part of it because we fear that we're going to miss out on something. And I think FOMO for me, the first time it really happened when I was in primary school. And it wasn't actually FOMO, it stemmed from there because what happened was I was ill one day and I didn't go into school. And then it always seemed like the days I was not in school, something happened. There was the fight. Some external organization has come in and, if they're bringing the animals in or they've done a pantomime production, or they've done something, a teacher's been off and we've had a free lesson or we've had double PE or something. All the things that I would have enjoyed always seem to happen when I was not there. And I believe from then, that point there was the starting point for me with what FOMO was. I didn't know what it stood for, the acronym of it or anything. I didn't know it until obviously later years, and I started to hear it and it became a bit of a social media trend buzzword, but it's always been there. It's always been there and it's in many of us and it still is in many of us because we all feel like we need to be there. We need to be part of something. We need to know what it is or what, we're intrigued by many things. Where they say curiosity killed the cat, it's happened in many circumstances. Like, not meant to be laughing about it, but it's true. It's happened in many circumstances. We all live by, is the grass greener? Well, we don't know. And not all the time it's worth finding out because it's not always going to be greener. And sometimes the effort to get to being greener and the sacrifices you have to make, it probably isn't. And I've been in this situation myself as an adult where, I don't really want to go out, but if I don't go out, I can guarantee that something's going to happen on the night and I'm not going to be there. And I always seem to miss out on what goes on. And whenever I'm there, it's just boring and dead. So then it's like, maybe it's better I don't go and find this information out after, but then I then challenge it and be, no, I need to be there to get it firsthand. But why? Reality is, ask yourself why. And as I've got older, I've actually gone into JOMO, which is actually JOMO, which is actually joy of missing out, which is more like a counter reaction to FOMO in a sense. But many people, again, I think it's the age, we're getting to a specific age where we don't care about the noise and what's going on and being part of everything. If I'm not there, I'm not there. It's quite a life for me. That if I don't know about it, no one can't call my name. Even better. I don't need to be in all the mix-ups and things. So I don't know if it's an age thing, or if it's a maturity thing, or if it's just a biological, chemical makeup of how you're wired thing. I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not trying to answer that. But I am giving the awareness of sometimes we as individuals need to understand we do not need to be part of everything and in everything. Some things are just not for us, and understand that. And sometimes you are going to hear about an event and you don't go and you heard it was amazing and you might think, oh man, but you weren't supposed to be there. Just take it as that. Don't stress yourself about it. Don't worry beforehand, oh my gosh, I'm not going and everyone's going and like, why are you stressing? Why are you stressing? Do you know what? To be honest, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to give you a little gem. When I don't go, it's actually even better because I save myself some money. And a lot of the times, if I go on any of the social medias of people that are gone, I'm seeing the whole event. So if it's a concert, I'm watching a concert and I'm getting a better view than they are because they're actually holding the phone up, viewing it, or recording it to show that they're there because they didn't want that fear of missing out, where I actually haven't missed out. I've got a better view once they keep their hands steady and no one walks across. And then I've been in comfort of my house, pajamas, the warmth, my hot chocolate. You see what I'm saying? So I've got the best of both there. And but it's being in that position and getting to that mental maturity of you don't need to be part of it. Because I see people getting themselves into financial problems and debts because they don't know how to say no. And they do know how to say no. They choose not to say no because they're worrying about, I don't want to be the one that missed out on it. I have to be there. Like, we don't need to be the first for everything. Like, we do not need to be there. There's nothing, there's no gain of being the first one to there, or I have to be at everything. Because, you know what? Like, I hope some people are getting FOMO of not watching my videos. That's what I'm really hoping now. So anyone out there, let them know about it. So let's see if this FOMO is real, isn't it? Like, but no, back to the point. You don't have to be the first for everything. You don't have to be at everything. And sometimes you just got to look at it as, I'm not supposed to be there. I'm not saying ban yourself from going to anything and going anywhere or doing anything, but sometimes you have to really sit and think, do I need to be here? Am I missing out? And am I only going because I'm worried about missing out? Because if that is the factor that's making you go, then I would be, really looking to reevaluate your decision and your choices, because a lot of times we end up forcing ourselves to go to places, and you know what? Noted, sometimes we have a great time, but many times we think to ourselves, why did I even go? Why did I even go? I should have left myself at home, man. And then you're upset, you're vexed. And the next time you say to yourself, no, I'm not going. But then the FOMO kicks in again as you get closer to the time, and everyone's talking about it, and you start thinking, oh, what if I missed this? And then you go again. And then the cycle repeats, and it repeats, and it repeats. So yeah, currently I'm in JOMO at the moment. I'm living in the joy of missing out, which is great because I don't really care. I really don't care no more. I've found my comfort, like being on here, doing what I do. I found my comfort now. So I think once I found my comfort, I couldn't care what I'm missing out on. Because if I never had it before, how can I miss it? That's how I'm looking at it. I can't miss something I don't have. So on that note, I'm going to leave it there. But please like, comment and subscribe. And please just check out the other videos. Even if you go back and watch any of the old ones, like it really does help a difference. And how I've recorded a lot of my videos is it's about mindset. So you may watch it today and your mindset is something else. In 2 weeks' time, you might watch it and you see something else. So do not be afraid to go over and re-watch, because your perception and your mindset will change and the information will hit you in a different way. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Like, comment and subscribe, and check out the video there or there. Mr. Lisp out.